Hello, this is SD, and today we're going to start another attempt at getting the whole cycle on FTL undefeated. We lost my long 12 streak yesterday due to me misplaying Zoltan B completely, and that was completely my fault. I actually started a new attempt today, and I died on the second run with Federation C. That one wasn't my fault, there was not very much I could do about it. In that run, on the second run of the streak, I fought... before I could get Shields 4, I had the scrap for it, but the fight that I got that scrap was in an asteroid field, so I couldn't spend it. And I jumped straight into an enemy that had a burst laser 2, a small bomb, 2 rocks, and a human. And we actually killed that ship. We took about 20 damage. The problem is, as we killed them, they fired their burst laser 2, took our clone bay out, which killed one of our crew who was reviving in there. And they had already hit us a bunch of times, so we had fire all over the ship. Our surviving crew had no health, so they all just died. We couldn't... I tried to send somebody to the clone bay to fix it, and they died of fires before they could even get there. So, we lost a run where we mutually killed each other, which was kind of amusing, although I would prefer not to have lost an attempt on it, but... So, let's make another start. We'll start this one with Slug A, which is a... I'm glad that we were playing Slug A. The last 2 ships I played on the very short streak there were both boarding ships. So I'm glad to be playing one that's just an ordinary gunship. I prefer the gunships in this game. They require a lot less micro. Slug A it's most notable for having the anti-bio beam. But actually, the best thing about this ship is you have dual lasers and you have 4 weapon slots. The anti-bio beam is like a nice-to-have thing that you can use to get crew kills early on. But you need to be careful to not use that in situations where it's going to cost you. Because there are certain ships it is not safe to try to crew kill, and it's better to just get an ordinary kill and not take damage. Let's put the other slug in weapons. It's good to have faster weapons charge on this ship. Distress options. We have some distress options. We could hope for giant alien spiders because the anti-bio beam gives us a blue option against that. We're going to hit a few jumps first, though. Nothing. Okay, let's hit both these distress options. There are a few that we get blue options from slugs, not very many. Unfortunately, there we don't have a blue option, we just took damage, so... I think we have a hull breach somewhere on our ship, but slug repair gel will fix it. Still, this isn't a very good start. Okay, here we actually have an enemy we can fight. Unfortunately, they have a hacking drone. And a missile. Go and fix that. Are you kidding? They are dodging like crazy. And our shields are on fire. At least they don't have a repair drone. No, it doesn't. They really do not like my oxygen. I'm going to use so many bombs in this fight. At least our shields did not burn down. Get you out of there, because I need to go fix my shields. At least they're currently using a missile, which ignores my shields anyway. Okay, we got a fire. I'm not particularly keen on trying to crew kill this ship, but maybe we'll see how the fire does, because these crew presumably have lost quite a bit of health anyway. We've hit them with a few breach bombs. I'm mostly concerned with not taking damage from this missile, so... Oh, we got another fire. You've given up. Are you gonna give up? Come on, give up. You know you want to give up. Yay! Okay, we can crew kill this ship because they don't have anyone left. They have no one left who can actually fight this fire, so we can pick them off with the anti-bio beam at our leisure. 1 anti-bio beam swipe will take out each of them. But, yeah, this isn't a great start. We've already taken 8 damage, and this is our first lot of scrap we're gonna get. There we go. We made 19 scrap. That unfortunately is not enough to get the shield buffer upgrade. But we will persevere. Let's investigate. We get the Federation base quest. That's not a location we can go to, unfortunately. Go to this distress option. Come on, giant alien spiders. Okay, well that gave us scrap. So, shields up. We're gonna go here, here, and then down and hit all these jumps down at the bottom. Why are all the ships we're fighting today, they already have hacking? We can't really even grind dodges here because they've hacked our piloting. I could do it on engines only, but I can't be bothered. Especially since we're not using this slug on engines anyway. I'm not wasting any more bombs on this fight now. Just auto fire at piloting and we'll witness. Still not enough to get my shields up, but we're almost there. We can go here and then down. And we get a fight in an asteroid field. They're sending a boarding drone over. Okay, if you're going to do that, that's not a bad place for them to land. The slug repair gel will fix the breach, and we can just fight them. I'm not going to try to crew kill this ship, I think. They have rocks and other nasty stuff over there that will make it take a long time. And that heavy laser is quite nasty given that there's an asteroid field popping our shields. They have a buffer upgrade. Let's deal with that. No, you can't have that heavy laser. No, I'm not accepting that. That's a bad offer. Asteroid here will wipe them out. Well, we finally made enough scrap to get our shields up, but we can't spend it here because we're at an asteroid field. That is exactly the thing that led to my last run dying. Fortunately here, we're not fighting that dangerous a ship. We continue to constantly fight ships that have hacking. What sort of bomb is that? Is that an ion bomb? That's an ion bomb, isn't it? Well, we've taken their laser down, so even if they ion bomb... They have ion bombed our weapons, and they've also got hacking on our weapons. I mean, at least they kind of overlap. I think they're going to get a hack off before we can shoot, unfortunately. Yep. I just need to keep this laser down. Once that's down, you know, the fight could take a while. I want to avoid using bombs if I don't have to. Well, we haven't taken any damage except to our patience. It's very tempting to just put a breach bomb into that room because they can't fight, they can't fix a breach. So once we've done it, we can't take any damage. But on the other hand, I don't really want to waste missiles when I don't have to. Screw it. Yeah, that was precisely what I was worried about them doing. They've done 1 damage, but that's all that they're gonna do. I guess we should have used the missile earlier, but it's only 1 damage. It's fine. Let's see if we can actually hit their hack so that we can take that stupid nonsense out and not have this take forever. They hacked while we were in the middle of firing. You can see there, our dual lasers only fired 1 shot, and that's because they hacked as we were firing last time, so it split the 2 shots from the dual lasers between 2 different volleys. If you have frame-perfect targeting, you can do that to the enemy, but I've never done it except by accident. Okay, the hack is down. At least here, once we win the fight, we will be able to get our shields up, but this has been a pretty low scrap sector altogether. Hopefully this is a double reward to make up for how annoying this fight has been. And also, it is quite a dangerous ship. It's got a lot, it's, you know, got hacking this early on. And decent weapons. It probably won't be, though. It wasn't, but it was a good single reward. Now hopefully we can start getting some safe fights, and we can ion bomb them. This is an escort quest. It could be a store. Store's not ideal, but we can maybe make it work. We got some repairs, so even if there's... Oh man. Okay, well we're doing this. We're gonna sell the slug repair gel and the anti-bio beam. We haven't really got much out of the anti-bio beam, but you know, you don't pass up an opportunity to get a flak. I'd love to be able to buy the ion blast too, but I need to sell the breach bomb for that, and that's not worth it. So, let's see, we gotta go to the exit now. We've made 75 scrap in this sector, which is really bad. But we got flak, and we've got this fight. We've got flak, and we got, I wonder if we can crew kill this. Probably not because of the NG, but we'll see. We obviously don't have the anti-bio beam anymore. But we might be able to make it work. If we do this... We need to actually hit doing that. If we can draw the NG into shields and then put a breach and oxygen, we might be able to pull it off. I mean, eventually the NG will come in here and fix this. But we can ping shots off them. Yeah, there's no oxygen in that room, which means the NG is going to take damage as they try to fix it. So, who says you need the anti-bio beam to get crew kills? Let's just do this so we can grind dodges while we wait for them to suffocate. It's probably worth spending a few bombs to do that. We'll get some extra scrap. We have more chance to get a drop. We could try to get weapons training by, like, depowering our laser constantly, but I can't be bothered to do that right now. We could do sort of this. And you could do that over and over again to make sure you can never hurt them. You can even, if you're very good, depower it, like, on the frame that it fires, so it shoots no shots at all. Well, we're already at the exit, so let's take the double reward. Very good. Let's buy another power bar so we can more easily power the flak. Wow. So we have the red path to the north or the green path to the south. If we go to Pirate, where we have forced Uncharted Nebula at Sector 3, this is definitely a nebula. We have no choice around, no way around it. Of course, if we go the south path, we're going green for the entire run. Which, if they're mostly civilian sectors, is good. If it's mostly NG and Zoltan sectors, is not so ideal. NG are okay. I mean, Zoltan sectors can be quite rewarding, but they're also quite dangerous. I'm still going to take this south path, at least for now. We go to this distress beacon. We don't have the anti-bio beam anymore, so we don't even have that blue option. We're avoiding it. Ooh, a storage cache. Ha! We are immune to their mind control. We're gonna grind dodges here. So I will meet you back on the other side. I know we're not mostly using this person on engines, but we'll eventually get somebody else and we'll put them in weapons instead. Okay, we need one more dodge. We will get that while we kill this shit. Just fire at the other side. There we go. However, now that you've gained all that skill, go to weapons, where you'll stay until we get another crew member. Dual lasers will get us the win here. This is a double scrap possibility, isn't it? We didn't get the double scrap award, but it was a possibility. It's annoying that these stores are this early. I'd like to greed up 80 scrap and be able to possibly get hacking, but we won't be able to do that. Let's go here. We might be able to do like 2 jumps. Maybe we get really lucky with a drop. Maybe we need to get... If we get 11 more scrap, we could potentially jump to a store. No, that's not 11 scrap, and you can't hurt me, so... Is it worth trying to crew kill this ship? This is a possible double reward. If we want to crew kill it, we need to do it like this. The flak is too imprecise. Unfortunately, this is a Slug class enemy ship, so if we put a breach in a system, they're going to automatically close it up, but it will still drain oxygen from the room while that's happening. The advantage of using the bomb is that we're not damaging the hull while we do that, so it can't trigger them to run away, which is... I'm always worried about that happening when I try this sort of strategy. Okay, that room is already quite heavily drained of oxygen. not necessarily ideal since it might drag the NG to repair, but if we can get them all really, really low on health, they'll stop trying to repair it. So he's taking suffocation damage while he does this. And what we'd like is for them to all give up, at which point, yeah, they've all given up. So what we need to do is wait for them to all die of suffocation, and then we take the Slug A out while they're reviving. Hopefully you die first so that you don't have dodge while I'm firing at you, because having them dodge the shots that I direct at the Slug A would be very annoying. That could be a level 2 Slug A, in which case we will need both the lasers and the bomb. There we go. Yeah, that is level 2. There we go. Nice, we got a double reward. And because of that, ooh, we've got another store there. Let's go here. Okay, no. Nothing particularly useful here, so we're gonna keep all our scrap and go to this other store. If we can get hacking, we're a long way towards winning the run altogether. We're not doing that quest, which is fine, because having 5 more drones is good. Yay, hacking! There's some other useful stuff here, but nothing remotely as good as hacking. So the scrap totals so far have not been great, but they have been enough to get us the specific things that we need, and we've got things that are very high quality. Among the specific things we need, one thing that we could use with is not having double Mantis boarders immediately into weapons against a ship that also has Burst Laser 2, a mini beam, and a defensive drone 2. We're definitely going to use our hacking here. Let's just hack their weapons. Fortunately, they have foolishly run out of that room. Because it's a 2-tile room. I mean, they're thinking, ooh, they wanted to go to a 2-tile room, so we couldn't outnumber them, which we can't outnumber them anyway. We don't have enough crew to do that. Since we're not running any dodge anyway. Okay, the burst 2 is down. That's all we really needed. By the time they fix that, these boarders will be dead. We've got lucky and set a fire in there, we might have been able to quick kill, but we didn't, and now it's too late. Only 12 scrap for that. We don't have any good distress options, it's just hit jumps. And buy a lot of fuel. How many jumps do we have here? 3, it looks like. Well, we're going to hit a distress beacon, and then these 2 down here. No way of knowing whether either of these are any good. Oh yeah. Well, this is going to be an easy run. We've already got hacking, and we have double flak and dual lasers. We could very easily just use these weapons for the whole run. We'll probably aim to get... Oh, look, we've got a Beam Master. Is it worth hacking their oxygen and getting a crew kill here? Yeah, let's do it. Cool, we got a fire. They also don't have a system repair drone over there. We don't need 2 shields for this. go and fight this fire in a locked room for ages. Goodbye! We don't need to keep shooting. There's no way this guy ever fixes the oxygen. I might normally at this stage of the game save up for cloaking, but honestly with double flak and dual lasers I'd like to just get weapons 5 ASAP. We're gonna hack weapons here. Look out, they're boarding us with an NG. We'll let them fire the heavy one, and then we will hack. Just punch the hell out of this engine. No. I'd like to buy more power, but we don't have quite enough scrap for that. Yeah, give up 5 missiles. Cool, we got more power. Like, Uncharted is a very bad sector. But on the other hand, NG Homeworlds, in my experience, is not very good either. It's mostly good for finding stores, and we don't really want stores right now, we just want to farm scrap. We want to get our weapons to level 5. We want to get a little bit more power so we can run Flak duel. And then we want to save 150 scrap. So honestly, I'm going to actually go to the Nebula. NG Homeworld, like, we don't have an NG crew member. NG Homeworlds is going to be a lot of empty jumps. And a lot of stores that we don't need. I mean, Uncharted Nebula will probably also be a lot of empty jumps. Given that we've had such a good start in terms of getting, you know, particular stuff, I wouldn't mind taking, like, a lot of red sectors. You know, it helps vent if you actually open all of the doors. Whatever. Vent that, they can't possibly completely damage the system. Just run into my damn med bay. Thank you. The scrap totals so far have been quite low, but given that we've managed to get 2 flaks and hacking so far, there could be no possible complaint. Fix that. Sadly, we didn't make any scrap, but what can you do? And we didn't make any there either. Okay, we got a fight here. We're going to do dual flak because they have a 4-tile weapons room, so we should be able to just hit that. Yep, missiles down. Just fire them at the same time. Dump repeated garbage into their weapons until they are dead. If they ever manage to have the missile back up, we can hack again. Angie is giving up, which is pretty much the end of their repair efforts then. Power. Just need a couple more fights to get to weapons 5. We got a fight here. They are running away, but they have no shields, so... If we can just drop a breach bomb into... Yeah, well, they hit my... There we go, they can never run away now. They managed to ionize my shields there, so they did do a point of damage. I was hoping that flashing the shields would be good enough. Not very much scrap because it was a forward scout. What do we got here? Since we just missed, put a shield bubble up. Block the laser. Cool, that means we can run on oxygen. We have one of these annoying things. Kinda tempting, we're low on fuel, but I'd really like to get more scrap than that. Yeah, 7 more. 1 more fight and we'll be able to upgrade weapons to 5. Attack the enemy. As long as we can recharge our shields, this ship can't hurt us. We want to try O2 killing this. We're a little bit low on drones. I'm still going to do it, but I'm not convinced this is definitely right. Got lucky and got a fire there. And they have to bash down the locked doors to get to fighting it. Unfortunately, we only have 1 fire and it didn't spread. Oh, no, it did spread. And it's actually spread even into the next room. They put it out very rapidly, but it did spread into the next room. Cool, no O2 in there. Are you gonna manage to even fix that? No, you die before you can. We had to use a bomb, which was unfortunate. Wow, they had a system repair drone the whole time, and they were trying to repair it with humans instead. Thankfully, the AI in this game is dumb. We see this store, we don't want it, we don't have anything to sell. We're going to just build up scrap until we get to a store in Sector 4 where we'll aim to get cloaking. If we do that, it's pretty much GG. Let's hit all these top beacons and then go down to the exit. We really have not made very much scrap this sector. I'm not convinced we would have made particularly more, if any more, in the NG sector though. Now that we have this much stronger weapon loadout, we're going to try to avoid using hacking for a while unless the battle is really dangerous. Oh, you can't run away because we've taken out your engines, which is as good as taking out your piloting. Speaking of taking out your piloting. No, that's not a good surrender offer. You should do better if you want to live. We actually pretty much got exactly what they offered as surrender for killing them, so I suppose we maybe should have just let them live. Arm the weapons. Okay, I really would like to know how these people can power this much in a low power battle. They're powering... like, we'll be fine, but they're powering level 3 weapons, that's 6 power, and they're powering, since, you know, they've got it halved, and they're powering at least level 4 in shield, well, only level 4 in shields, so that's 8 power, so they have at least 14 power, and I'm pretty sure the enemy always powers oxygen, so that's another 2, and that they always power at least some dodge, which would be another 2. They even have a buffer point on that. But it doesn't matter. Normally I would separate these shots out, but as we're not running any shields, dump everything in there. But yeah, like, they dodged some shots, so they have at least some evade there. So they have at least 18 power. No, that's not a very good offer considering how dangerous you are. They have at least 18 power. That's ridiculous for Sector 3. I've beaten the game with less power than that. Start heading to the exit. Okay, there's a pirate. The ship is not dangerous, but I'm not going to try to crew kill it because we only have 5 drones. We only have those because of that event that we didn't do last sector. Let's just keep our drones for when we really need them, like the last fight. I was going to say if we get lucky this fire might spread, but of course they've got a rock, so that's not going to be a thing that happens. However, we did kill one of them. No, we're not accepting an 11 scrap surrender offer. We won't be using that, but that sells for 47 scrap. So that's a very welcome drop. We're actually not that far off with that. We are not that far off being able to afford cloaking. Anytime we see missiles, that's one of the times that we want to use hacking. There's a possibility we could crew kill this if we can take that missile down. Because we can knock this Mantis down to, you know, sub 15 health and then let him warp back. Of course, this NG might just fail to fight these fires. I doubt it since it's an NG. The fires are actually not really what we would want here because they might take so much damage from fighting the fires that the NG doesn't board me, and I want the NG to board me. Have they given up? Oh no, the fire is spread to shields, so they haven't actually given up on fighting it, it's just... Okay, lock you in there. I think you've probably taken too much damage and won't now board. Okay, that's out. Let's power up the breach bomb and see if we can do this. Worth spending a bomb or 2 to get a crew kill here. And we might not even need to do that. Yeah, we'll need to spend 1. And we got another weapon drop. That, again, we don't want, but we will sell it. And I think between them, that sells for 22 and that sells for 47, so that's 69 scrap. That's very nice. And that is actually enough to get us to cloaking buffer. And hey, look, there's a store. There's no cloaking here. Actually, we didn't quite have enough to get it anyway, so I guess that's no problem. Let's get backup battery. I think it would be a mistake to buy mind control, because that would take us very far away from being able to get cloaking. We would like to get cloaking in Sector 4. Mind control would be nice, but cloaking would be basically game over. I'm not going to Zoltan. Speaking of things that could be game over, I'm not going to Zoltan 4 with 2 crew. Rebel 4 is pretty dangerous too, because you can get auto assault ships with loads of attack drones. Well, I wanted to farm scrap before this, but unfortunately that's not going to be an option, and this might be the only store in the sector. Well, I mean, our ploy to get cloaking to appear worked. It's just I couldn't have anticipated that this was going to happen this early. There might be another store in this sector. I'm going to buy 1 drone just to get me to 5. But yeah, we just have to go past this. Cool, we get a free weapon. That could be our final weapon, although it's a little bit slower than our other options. I'd rather just get a heavy laser 1 as our final weapon slot. Cool, we get free stuff. Again. It'd be very nice to start getting some crew at some point in this run. The game's been very generous with drops, but not so much with crew. Yeah, come fight us in the med bay. As long as the solar flare does not hit med bay, we'll be fine. If it does, we might need to be innovative. Let's start I'll start powering my breach bomb just in case that happens and I need to like breach bomb crew in my own shit. I'm not sure what that hit, but it will have hit something. But it appears to be, if it has hit something, it'll have hit a room with nothing in it. You go get him piloting. Start charging the FTL. Let's get out of here. We've found another store. Let's try to get, if we get like 1 more lot of scrap, because we can sell the system repair drone for 15. And we should get more scrap here. Let's use a hacking drone just to guarantee the fact that they don't escape. Flak on that and dual lasers on that. They didn't line those shots up and they're not going to get a chance to do it again. We won't get much scrap from this because it is a forward scout. But it'll still be enough once we sell the system repair drone. We only need 12 to get us to cloak buffer by selling that. We didn't get much more than that. But we have another jump anyway. So let's go here and then store. We'd like to be able to buy fuel at that place as well as cloaking. Nice! Double scrap possibility. Unfortunately, this ship has 3 shield bubbles, and is that an ion intruder or ordinary boarding drone they're sending over? That's an ion intruder. It's not landing in a particularly dangerous spot, though. I think it's more important to hack weapons. Got it in time. Like, I'm concerned that this will run into my weapons after a few passes, so I'd like to shoot the drones out now. There we go. And my slug can batter on the ion intruder drone while it's damaged. Very nice double reward. We now have easily enough to get cloaking at that store. You go and fix that. At this one, if we see mind control and not cloaking, we will actually buy it. Because it will be, you know, this is definitely the last store in this sector unless we get one from an event. No cloaking. We could buy a halberd beam, but honestly, I think we're good enough with the weapons we already have, and I would like, as I said, to get a heavy laser for my final slot. Like, the halberd beam would slow my my volley down by a lot. Let's buy mind control. Let's buy long-range scanners. Sell the system repair drone. Buy a bit of fuel and a drone car. Attempt to download the data stores, it's fine. Try not to hack here. As long as we can take the mini beam down, we're fine. We dodged that, which was pretty critical. That is that all taken out. Oh yeah, lots of fights. I think we have, do we have 2 jumps here or 3? It's like 3, it's kind of close. Go here first and keep bouncing around. Yeah, we'll give up 3 fuel. We didn't get a flak for it like we did last time, but... do we definitely have 2 jumps here? It looks like we do. It's kind of near. I'll risk it. We can upgrade our engines if we have to. I don't like this ship at all. I mean, they probably think the same thing about us. I need to use my mind control defensively here, unfortunately. I would have liked to mind control the pilot. Are you joking? How did we manage to not hit any of those shots? That is nonsense. Now they've taken out our med bay, which is quite bad. But they should be damaged enough from fighting each other that we can... yeah, we're fine. This is 29 scrap. I think it's worth it. There was a possibility that we might have missed our shots aimed at piloting there and then it got away. That would have been very, very frustrating. And the odds that what we would have got for killing them would be better than that. It's not that high. It's actually very close as to whether we get taken out at the exit here. Well, we can't let these people run away, or we will definitely get caught in the exit. Let them fire these 2 lasers and then hack them down. Okay, we don't even need to do that. Mind control you. Damage enough rooms that they run their pilot out. That's all we need to do. They'll be dead before they ever run anyone back up there. Yep, we had just enough space. Cool. Go looking for the rebels. Oh no, the fleet pursuit is doubled. We'll get caught at the exits. We could hack piloting here to just guarantee our shots hitting. I think we'll do that this time, since they don't have any weapons other than the missile to support it. I guess we didn't need to do that. They only have level 1 piloting, but we didn't have any way to know that. You two fight each other in a burning room. I don't think we can crew kill this, but... Often when you have weapon setups as strong as this, it can actually be a little bit difficult to farm crew kills because you're like trying to take weapons down first before you, and you know, sometimes like an opportunity will turn up because you get a fire or something. But with this sort of setup, you do so much damage that it's actually those, by the time such an opportunity might arise, you've already taken out like half their hull. Anyway, by taking this top path, we now can go to a rebel stronghold, and we have long-range scanners, so that's very, very good. This could be look around. We could get our shields up now. I think actually we should do this. There are some nasty... Let's just do it. There are nasty auto scouts that we could fight that have multiple offensive drones, and they're kind of dangerous to fight with only 2 shields. Also, this provides us security. As long as we knock the missile artillery off, we can't take any damage here. So, let's fight the construction flagship. We should be able to knock that missile artillery offline before it can do anything. Mind control you two, kill each other, vent. There we go. No missiles for you. You could just man doors. Mind control's gonna run out in a moment. These weapons are so strong. They're like virtually dead already. It took 3 volleys for us to win that. The 5... That's actually not bad for a 4th weapon. Like, as I've mentioned before, I would rather have a heavy laser. But, like, the 5 fuel and 5 drones are really good. Obviously, the 50 scrap is useful. And we've got a weapon that we can use that doesn't take up ammo. We now also, because we've already found the constructor flagship, we don't need to avoid, like normally in a rebel stronghold, you're sort of hitting these empty jumps to try to find the constructor flagship, and you're avoiding nebulas. But we've already found it, so we don't need to do that. We can just spend the rest of this sector going to every ship fight that our long-range scanners find. Just one moment. Right, we're back. So, we just beat the constructor flagship. We can now get absolute crap tons of encounters. Let's get up to 150 scrap and hold that. Sensor station, we can get a full reveal here. We are going to hack weapons and just spread them out. They can fire all these 3 single-shot lasers, which can't get through my shields. And now they don't have enough shots to get through my shields, so we're in complete safety. Shoot at their shields a couple times to make this easier and faster. Put another couple shots on weapons to knock something offline and make it absolutely certain they will never hurt me. Yeah, you can fire your single shot lasers at me all day. Guys kind of like it. Kestrel B with an auto scout. We got a full reveal. That's a lot of fights. Okay, so we know the store is all the way over there. I think the way we want to do this is to go something like... Can't really get to these jumps. Go here, 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 there, there, across, up, hit all of these, down to the store. Yeah, that's the way to do it. I'm trying to decide if I should upgrade my weapons here. Am I likely to make... I mean, I've got stuff to sell as well. Like, I'll sell the system repair drone. I might sell the... I could potentially sell the breach bomb one. I'll just keep that and use instead of the ion stunner. It's just a matter of whether I run out of ammo. Let's do it. Also, be a cheaper alternative would be to upgrade hacking here so I could shield hack more regularly, but I don't feel like I need to do that. This ship is kind of dangerous. Let's hack their weapons. Okay, they'll never get to fire a missile at me. So I don't need to use any more weapons, but there, having that upgrade that I just bought was pretty essential. There is now 0 chance that we take damage. And these flaks should finish them off. Very nice. You could theoretically take these and come back to the beacon that we're at, but I don't feel like that's necessary. We'll, like, go here, gobble up all of these. I mean, maybe we did after all have those 2 free jumps. Should we do that? Let's see, we're 3 jumps in, but we're effectively only 1 jump in because of the 2 free jumps we got for beating the construction flagship, the under constructor flagship. So we could hit these, come back to here, that'll effectively be jump 2, 3, 4, 5. Gonna do at least one of them and then we'll decide. Probably, I think we do both. Forward scout is annoying. Attack engines. You don't want to lock them in the piloting room, which is why I'm hacking engines instead of piloting. Okay, good. They only have level 1 piloting. You've got a fire in their weapons room. Let's make it even more awkward for them by mind controlling that person. Yeah, these guys are dead. Weapons are burned out. 42 scrap. I think I only want 1 of those. I'd very much like to get that nebula jump, and I'm worried if we take both of them that it'll get taken over. Also, the other one is a distress beacon. It might not have anything useful at it. Mind control. Defensive drone 2 is not ideal. Them shooting down the damn hacking drone is really not ideal. They're probably going to actually get a missile off now. Yeah, they're definitely getting a missile off now. That's unfortunate. But we dodged it anyway. Unfortunately, we lost 2 hacking drones, which are kind of low. Shoot our flaks into the drone room to try to take that stupid defensive drone 2 down. Stop fixing things. Should get him on this volley. We wasted a bomb there because my keyboard has a tendency to get stuck and go into think I'm trying to auto-fire. we've already pretty much made back all that scrap we spent getting our weapons up, so it was definitely worth that. We're now at a point we can sell system repair drone and get cloaking. Cool, double scrap possibility. We're gonna try to do this without hacking. I think we get our weapons are so fast we should get multiple volleys off before. And we don't even need to do multiple. We've taken the first 3 off with just 1. That's annoying, but they have double flak is fine in this battle because they have 4 tile rooms. Weapons are all completely down. Bring that breach bomb up just in case they're trying to run away. Nope, they're not trying to run. We'll go start fixing that. They're never shooting at us again. Double scrap reward. Hoorah! Yeah, we can afford to do that now because we still have that buffer from the... Not to mention that we know where the store is, so... We don't really even need the system repair buffer. Let's see, here, 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 and as many of these fights as we can before we go to the store. Don't use bombs if I don't have to, and I don't think I do here. Yeah, those are down. No dodge for you. Got him. 40 more scrap. We'll be able to get, like, all of these. Hopefully there's a fleet pursuit event. You often get fleet pursuit events in Rebel Stronghold sectors. There's one particular event, in addition to obviously the under construction flagship. I think we're gonna hack drones here. Their weapons on their own are not that dangerous, but these double offensive drones, they are... This is the sort of ship that's why I upgraded my shields earlier on. Like these, they're not doing anything to me. And like, even if we only had 2 shields, this ship would be extremely dangerous. Having spotted where the store was, though, there's no way that I would have, even if I hadn't decided before the construction flagship to get my shields up. Once we got that map reveal, that would have been definitely where I'd done it, because I would have known I'd have time for it. This is the event that I was looking for. Cool. Let's use hacking, spend a drone, delay them even more. Wicked. I do not approve of your double missile nonsense. Not a fun ship. Cut that out. They're actually going to get to shoot one of these at me. Then we dodged. Hooray! No, I'm not letting you get away. Where's my flak then? Did we seriously not hit any of our damn flak shots? They nearly actually got away there. I don't know how that happened, but they did nearly escape. Still, nearly doesn't count. Cut it out with the missiles. We would be at -1 drones right now had we not found the under construction flagship and used that to supplement our missile count. Missile count, our drone count. Cut it out. Cool, a free flak too. Kind of need to get to this store because we're running out of space. Well, we have in fact run out of space, but like if we have to throw away the system repair drone, I'm not really that sad. See if we can take this burst 3 out. No, unfortunately we can't. And now we kind of need to put a volley on piloting and stop running away. We didn't dodge a single one of their shots there. That's fun. However, we have put a breach on piloting, so they're not going to dodge a single one of my shots here or anywhere. Two damage is fine. We get 18 scrap for that. We've only got one more jump, so asteroid field, store, into there. We might get an extra fight. Depends on whether we get cloaking. Do we want to hack here? I think we can risk taking out, because as long as we can take this chain laser down, we shouldn't be at any risk of taking damage. The breach bomb would have made it, you know, absolutely permanent, but whatever. Yep, we'll just win this with our auto-fired weapons. Beautiful. And now, store. Give me cloaking. Sadly, there is no cloaking here. This is just generally a very bad store. Sell that. Sell that. Sell that. I'd rather use the ion stunner because it's faster. Boost this because this is potentially the manually search event. I'm going to get weapons up to get a buffer. Let's get hacking up instead. We need to do an alpha strike, we just hack shields. Or in this case, we hack weapons to delay them firing forever. I could have considered buying crew there, but I'm sort of toying with the idea of just trying to go through this with just the 2 I have now. I don't need any more crew to win this run. Like, if we have these weapons, we'll get crew kills in phase 1 of the flagship. And we'll have, like, upgraded mind control. We could probably just kill the whole crew off in the first 2 phases. Is that the 3rd system repair drone we've had drop in this run? Feels like we've had quite a few of them. We made an absolutely mountainous amount of scrap in that sector. We made 488 raw scrap and another 72 from drops. I'll just show because it looks completely absurd on the graph. That is how ridiculous. It looks like it's on a completely different scale of how absurdly over the top that sector was for rewards. That is crazy. Now I have to do shenanigans to get... Okay, good. When I switch back to the game window, sometimes OBS can be a little bit annoying. I mean, we could go up to here and fight a couple of dive fights in the nebula, but I think that'd be a bit cocky. We just made an absolute crap load of scrap. We don't need to do that. Literally all we need is a store that gives us cloaking. We win the run, and I think actually we could win it without. Uncharted Nebula isn't as bad when you have long-range scanners, but I'm mostly looking for stores right now. I think both of these, unfortunately, are fairly low store count sectors. Pirate is 1 to 2, and Uncharted Nebula is effectively 1 to 2, so there's not any great difference there. I'll go Pirate. I'm not thrilled with this, but... Jump here to spot a lot, and we just want to see every beacon in this sector. The one that we're not probably going to see is that, so I hope that's not the only store. We're going to actually upgrade our engines at this point, because it's not like doing that is going to take us away. Normally, in the early game, I avoid doing that because scrap is precious, and it takes you away from being able to afford the systems that you need. But at this point, we are not exactly struggling for scrap. Try to do this without hacking. As long as we can knock that missile offline, we're fine. And we did. Spend a missile instead of a drone. We have far more missiles than we have drones, so easier to be able to afford that. Two more fights here. Do those take me too far? I don't feel like they do. We go there, 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 and then up. Like from here we see a lot of the sector. We know the store is not going to be down this nebula. I'm going to actually get this up so I can run this when I'm not using hacking. Don't normally get my engines that high, but I'm not usually this late in a run. We have a slaver ship. We might be able to get some crew finally. While I did say I was interested in maybe going through this without getting another crew member, I'm not so interested that if they offer me one here that I'm going to turn it down. I won't, like, if we don't see any in stores, I won't buy any, it's fine. We can probably do this without needing to use hacking. With that burst laser 2 down, they would be able to do no damage at all. Without the halberd beam, their odds of doing damage are very, very small. Do that just to delay the repairs. Yeah, they didn't line those up and I would have dodged at least one of them anyway. So now all I really need to be worried about here is them running away. Let's hit their cloaking. Wow, they have level 3 cloaking. We'll take that. Welcome aboard, human. You're a new weapons person. This will actually slow our weapons for a while. I might actually train you on engines instead. Actually, that's better. When I trained this guy up, when I cross-trained this guy on engines earlier, I kind of assumed we'd get our third crew member a little bit earlier than Sector 6. So I was just keeping him on weapons temporarily, but he's got wax weapon skill, so... I'd rather keep hacking here, honestly. Like, that missile doesn't matter if you never get to fire it. Look out, it's an NG. Actually engage the hack a little bit early, that's very clumsy. Still, we'll get a second volley off before they get to use that. Go and heal. The hack on engines does mean our guy can't get any skill, but we weren't letting him shoot anyway, so... Hey, stop fixing that. Come on in, give me combat skill. 60 scrap. Cool. No store. So into the nebula. Not finding anything there with the scanners, unfortunately, but it spots these two jumps. Okay, we've seen a store. We're going to go to that. We'll do the fight, because why not? And then we'll go to that. There is a possibility that if this doesn't have cloaking, that we might be able to find another store up here. There can be two in pirate sectors, there just isn't always two there. Nope, we're not giving crew to slavers. We might take a big missile here if this is a really long cloak, and that's a Hermes missile. But I don't know. I think unfortunately we're going to. Well, maybe not. But for God's sake, their flak hit my hacking drone. However, that is a breach missile, not a Hermes missile, so it delayed it enough. Just unfortunately, we lost a drone part there. So we are down to 3 drones, that's a little spooky. But we will buy all of the drones they have at this next store. We probably should have done that at the last store, actually, that was a mistake. I got confused by the FTL spinning up there, and I was like, has the fight ended somehow? I'm not used to the because I've had such low engines for almost this entire run and been winning fights so quickly. Do I want to take you? Yeah, I'll take another crew member. Get door control, that's more important than shields. Should I take this fight as well? Let's take this fight as well. This ship can't hurt me. These guys appear to be lost and should be back in about Sector 3. Yeah, we missed that. They don't have cloaking though, so we're going to get many volleys off before they can escape. No, I didn't mean to keep firing breach bombs there, whatever. And we'll just kill this with our fire weapons. Store. This store doesn't have any systems of any kind. Well, let's buy all these drones. Go to this. I'm gonna skip this fight and go up here to have more chance to spot if there's another store. Oh yeah, let's sell that system repair drone. It'd be nice if that was a, you know, heavy laser and I would buy that and sell the other one power weapons that I have. But whatever. Okay, best chance we have then, if we go here, we have spotted every beacon in the sector except for that one at the very top left that we were never going to spawn. We need to hack here. There we go. Oh, and that asteroid took out all their evade. Cool. See if we can take their cloaking out. Yes, we can. Cool. Would have been nice if that store had like an auto reloader or something like that. Okay, cool. We did find another store. We're going to be diving in this sector, but it'll be a nebula dive, so I don't care too much about that. Since we're going to dive anyway, we might as well check this and then go down. Doesn't make any difference about how many times we dive if we do that. Oh, we'll do that. We can get fuel at the store, and we're using missiles. So there's the auto reloader. There's once again no cloaking. We could buy a third flak. I mean, we could buy stealth weapons here in anticipation of getting flak. In anticipation of getting cloaking. And I think I'm going to do that. I'm actually going to buy the burst 1 here instead of the flak so that I can target room. I've occasionally gone into fights using into the flagship fight with triple flak, and it's very difficult to knock the missile artillery off if you do that in my experience. You can do it by hacking shields, but it's just less accurate. Let's just do this. Should we? Ah, fuck it. We'll get the flak. Auto reloader, stealth weapons. It is arrogant to buy the stealth weapons when we don't even have cloaking yet. Search. Cool, we got another crew member. So we went into this pirate sector with 2 crew and we leave it with 5. It would have been nice to leave it with cloaking, but hey. This probably doesn't have any... I was gonna say this probably doesn't have anything at it, so there's no point going here. It does! Cool. Oh, we get another crew member. I'll put you in engines because you have level 1 and the human doesn't. So, okay, that was a misclick, but whatever. Like, if we have to double dive, I don't mind. They're nebula. In fact, we don't have to double dive anyway, so that just cost us fuel. So, let's go fight the nebula dive ship. These weapons are kind of dangerous, but I'm going to try to avoid hacking. They have a 4-tile weapons room, so Flak will be very, very good here. Or it should have been. That was ridiculous dodging. We fired 11 shots at them, and we got like 1 damage. I guess we forgot to actually mind control their pilot, in fairness. Let's mind control the person fixing weapons then. We might even get a second set of shots off. No. We didn't take any damage anyway. I think some of our Flak collided with their stuff in the air. Mantis, go and deal with that. Human too. If you didn't want to be vented, don't jump in a room directly next to an external vent on a ship that has upgraded doors. That just seems like a really, you know, obvious sort of thing. Well, we have abandoned 7. I'm glad we've got more crew. Albeit we are, before we came here, before we got all that crew in the last sector, I suppose we'd have been immune to mind control from any landing bombers. But I'm a little worried about. We're gonna maximize jumps in beacon scene instead of fights here. I just want a store where I can buy cloaking. Cool, yeah, we'll take 40 scrap. Here I can go here and get, you know, see as much as if I went to anywhere else, so. Cool, that stuff's all down. We're very low on fuel, but whatever. I didn't think that was just gonna kill them, but I guess it did. Cool, we've got a store. Give us cloaking. No cloaking. The last 3 stores have had no systems whatsoever. Okay, well, here's the second. This is the last store that we're gonna see before Sector 8. So if this doesn't have cloaking, we're probably not getting it. And it doesn't, great. Well, I'm gonna buy sensors, just because that way, if we get cloaking, if we get a store in Sector 8, or if we get a store from like an event, we're more likely to be able to find cloaking. But unfortunately, every store that we've been to, like from Sector 5, we've always had enough scrap to buy cloaking, and it's not been available a single time. That's very, very annoying. It's not like our weapons aren't good enough for us to win without it, it's just with cloaking we completely dominate everything. Like with cloaking we take 0 damage here, without it we're gonna get tagged by some missiles, unfortunately. You two get in there. I think actually after this fight I'm gonna upgrade oxygen, just to allow me to fight off Lanius borders for longer. Okay, they didn't hit my weapons. I'd like to undo this mind control, but I actually can't because it got hit by the pulsar. There we go. No. Go over to your ship. Okay, our weapons didn't get hit. Yeah, let's go fight them in the med bay. How long have they been cloaked for? Jesus Christ. Well, that was an annoying fight, but we only took 3 damage. As I said, with cloaking we take 0, or like at most 1 from them breaking that room. I think we get more jumps going this bottom path. Possible we could crew kill this? Probably not. Go and heal. I'm sure there are a lot of things to go through your mind when you see that many flak projectiles coming at you. Mostly the flak projectiles are the things going through your mind. But let's start damage buffering. We still have enough that we can buy cloaking if it somehow turns up. I think it's not going to, but, you know, we might get lucky. We don't need to hack this ship, they're not dangerous. Either of these weapons goes down, we can't take damage. Mind control you. You die on the next volley. Let's go to these. It might be a dive, but I don't care. We'll get our engines up to 6 before we leave the sector. Do you need assistance? My experience, if you give them 30 scrap, you sometimes get an augment, which we don't want, and sometimes you don't get anything at all. Let's do nothing. Yeah, fine. You can attack me. That's perfectly fine. I'd much rather have a fight than an augment. Since they don't have cloaking and their weapons are slow, we're gonna hack shields here. Why do you keep being smart enough to jump into the most annoying room in my ship to deal with you? You two, go and hold them off for a moment while the man's here. No, we don't want to stop. Ironically, they're offering me 30 scrap here after I passed up the opportunity to give them 30 scrap. They obviously didn't need it, they're offering it to me anyway. When you're this strong, landing as bombers are not that much of a problem. Go ahead, hack my oxygen. I'll run level 2 in a moment. Is that a level 3 hack? I think it is. Fantastic. No. Yeah, we're gonna be diving here, but it doesn't matter. You kill your friends. You two go and outnumber this guy. They are new friends and company. Don't let him feel lonely. Fortunately, we can't go there either, so we just have an empty jump to go to. We might as well do it in case we can make some scrap there. We can't. So, off to the exit. We might take one ASB while we're escaping here, but we're definitely hacking this shit. You and your triple missiles can fuck right the hell off. I'd like to keep my mind control so that we can mind control the pilot when our first shots are coming in. Well, we took 2 of the 3 missiles down. Unfortunately, they got that one back. We get out of time. Yes. So yeah, level 6 engines is usually, though not quite always, enough to escape. And we have just enough fuel to get out of that sector. Store? No. Well, we're just going to jump through this sector, spotting absolutely as much as we can. If we can't get a store, we'll just buy level 8 shields, and we'll be fine with these weapons. But we would rather get cloaking. Unfortunately, we're likely to take a missile here. Yeah, we're definitely gonna get. Well, they're gonna get one off. Whether it hits us, I don't know. No, we dodged it. Cool. We didn't hit many of our shots there, but we took down the thing we wanted to take down, so. We managed to hit them once. We fired 11 shots at them in that volley. And we hit 5 times. So yeah, late game auto scouts can have like 50% evade. But this one now doesn't have any evade. If I can't have cloaking, neither can you. This sees more. We're gonna do this, because then we can spot the store. Hooray! Yay! We didn't need to buy those stealth weapons early. Cloaking, we can even buy another flak here, but that would need us to spend 100 scrap on getting our getting our weapons up, and I'd rather just do this. So now we'll just get as many fights as we can and get some scrap to max out the reactor. We probably don't need to hack this fight. We're a little low on drones and we detoured away from the repair stations in order to get to that store to get cloaking. Yeah, we can cloak this. Of course, we didn't even need to because we have an auto reloader, so our weapons are so damn fast. Have you actually got max evade yet? Yes, you have. I guess I should have been able to tell that from the fact that I have 40% evade while running level 4 engines. I think one of our flaks blew up their drone, but it wouldn't have reached us anyway. Take these fights. I think we might only be able to get one here, unfortunately. This is a crew kill possibility. I think it's worth spending a hacking drone to try to do this. Vent you two. Did we seriously not manage to hit that one? I guess Flak really is not very active. Whoa! I was not paying attention there and I really vented my own mantis. Whatever, their two guys are dead. Let's make sure we knock that Vulcan off. Yep, that's gone. They're never fixing that oxygen. Because we just have this hanging over Mort's head here. We could theoretically take damage here, but we would just cloak if it looked like that was ever going to happen. This seems like a good time to cloak. That's not a very good reward for a crew kill in Sector 8. It is enough that we can max out our reactor, so I guess there's that. We have enough time to do this and still go back to the base, so we're going to. It will mean we can't reset a bad hack, but I don't care. Now that we have cloaking for the missiles, we will hack shields. Fire more shots at the weapons. Our weapons are so fast they didn't even get all their shields back. They were still on the 4th recharge bubble when we fired there. Hack those shields down. Should I get more higher level mind control or more power? Get higher level mind control. So, phase 1. What are you hacking? That doesn't matter too much. That will run out by the time we actually want to use it. I know you're angry that I finally managed to get cloaking after struggling to not acquire it this entire fucking run. Took that out. Mind control you and you can run into shields. Killed both of them with one massive flak barrage. Get a little bit more of aid for these ions. Yeah, cool. We could hang around and try to kill more crew, but whatever. Let's just kill the enemy. I'm not worried about the boarding phase. We have a bunch of mantis. We'll kill more crew in phase 2, and we have like a bunch of mantis, and we have mind control. What should we spend this on? I think I'll save it for after phase 2, because we might be able to... I'm also going to jump here. There's a possibility we can go to that jump down there, which appears empty, but sometimes... Oh, okay, well, it got taken over. Sometimes empty beacons do actually have stuff that gives you scrap. And I'd like to just upgrade my backup battery before the final phase. Hack those shields. Go and fight that thing. You go run into the middle. Same tactics that we used in phase 1. We're a little bit more risk of taking damage here, but not that much more. Get as much dodge as we can. Oh wow, we did actually take damage there. We got hit 3 times in a row there at 48% evade. That's quite nonsense. And then we got hit by the beam. So yeah, we took a bunch of damage there that we really should not have taken. But whatever. We just want to do a level 1 cloak here. We might kill some more people dumping flak in the middle. Nah. Not even worth going to fight that. And now we can upgrade the backup battery. This should have been a 0 damage run. There's no way on earth that we should have taken damage in that phase. I know we're only running 3 shields instead of 3 shield bubbles instead of 4, so there is the possibility for that to happen. But if we had dodged even one of those shots, our shields would have recharged in time for the halberd beam. Like, they landed both the combat drone hit us, and also all 3 of the triple laser shots hit us. And if even one of those, we dodge even one of those, we take 0 damage. Because we took 1 from the lasers themselves and another 2 from the beam. Because we had 1 shield back, but not both. Not 2. Oh well. We've killed, I think, 4 of their crew so far. The boarding phase is not going to be that dangerous. Let's just do this. Fight them away from the base in case we do want to run away, but I don't see why we would want to do that. It's kind of tempting to let them... Yeah, let them do this. So we will exploit their mind control. Oh, I shouldn't have done that. That was dumb. Now if I mind control, it's gonna mind control one of their guys and not ours. Oh well. Whatever. If we lose a Mantis, we lose a Mantis. If I use Medbay here, it's actually gonna heal the guy that I've mind controlled rather than... I guess I'll just do that anyway. It'll buy a time for it to run out. That's a lot of dodges. Good lord. We have fired 2... The Super Shield has 12 points on it, and we have fired 22 shots at them, and they still have 2 ticks left, so they've dodged over 50% of our shots so far. That mind control will run out before we're in too much danger. Yeah, there we go. You get in there, you just go back to the horse then. Ah, we didn't actually manage to take the missile artillery down. But we did there. You two get out of there just in case when the mind control goes off. That it. Oh. Get back in there now so they can't smash that. Wow. And then somehow, after that nonsense last phase, that was 10 shots fired at us and we dodged 8 of them. So, like, whatever. That's RNG for you. So yeah, I guess this shouldn't have been a 0 damage flagship. It's just the point where we should have taken damage should have been there, not the point in phase 2, and we did. So that was a very, very comfortable win. The only bit of that was remotely not comfortable was that it took us ages to get cloaking. But we had ridiculously good weapons and hacking. We were fine. That's a quite respectable score. It's not extremely high. We had some low scrap sectors, but that ridiculous Sector 5 stronghold really brought us up to where we needed to be. So, a little under half ships defeated for beacons explored. Pretty decent scrap collected. Altogether, solid run. So, let's find out what ship we're going to be playing next. We did Slug A as our first one. 3, 2, 1. No, we're not playing Slug A again. Okay, we're playing Zoltan C next. This is a much worse ship. And I had a period a few weeks ago where I played this 3 times in one day and lost every single time. I hope that doesn't happen again. But we'll see whether or not we can pull out a win with Zoltan C next time. So bye for now, and I hope you enjoyed the run.